Quite often after readings, or when I'm just like maybe just hanging out with some people and that, quite often people will come up to me and they'll be like, can I ask you a question? You might think it's a silly question. And I'm like, oh no, love to hear it. Or they say, oh, can I ask you something? Might sound a bit weird. And then when they end up coming up with a question, quite often I'm like, no, that's not weird at all. That makes complete sense that you'd wonder that. Or, like, nothing's really surprised me until one day this lady at the end of her reading and that, and I think during that reading I had channeled her pet and that to her, And then at the end of the reading, she's like, oh, can I ask you some a really weird question and that? And I was like, yeah. And I almost feel myself get excited when people do that, because it's like I'm interested or excited by the prospect that you guys are going to ask something that I might not have thought to ask, because I got to a point in all of this where it's like I don't even know what to question next. And so anyway, most weirdest question, and this one was weird, and actually it's probably only been the only really weird one, but she says to me, when you're there at night and you're having dinner and everything and you're like eating your piece of steak and that, does the dead cow ever come through and say, oi, put that fork down, stop eating my butt? And I just thought, how cool. Thought that is definitely a different question. So yeah, my most strangest question, thought I would share.